Hello, everybody. The gaming truck driver here with another episode of my hard mode playthrough of this French map. I'm going to stop trying to say the name so that I can stop butchering it. Let's see here. There, that should be better. Literally, like 2 seconds after 2 seconds before I pressed record, I sneezed. So then my throat was full of all kinds of phlegm. So I had to clear my throat. I apologize for that. So, what are we doing now? So we did a little bit of field work. I'll tab back into the game here. Um, Apparently I forgot to fertilize field 35, which is fine because we have some rocks we need to pick up anyway. So we're gonna go ahead, and I apologize for the lag. My game always does this for the first few minutes and then it stabilizes. I don't know why. I haven't found good answers as to why. People have said delete the shader cache. I do. It doesn't fix it. I've tried everything. So, we're going to go here. And clicky clicky. Wonder, can I do... No, I can't. Okay, so let's just do a quick little run through here. Oh. Just realized I had that set from the last time we did it. Alright, and we're going to move this over to the side here and give it a go. Now, we should notice a bit of a difference with the headset. I downloaded a program called Sonar. Actually, it's in early access right now. If you have a SteelSeries headset, you can sign up for their early access, which is legitimately when you use the SteelSeries app on your computer, you sign in with an account, so create an account, you go into options, you click the tab next to early access, and then you have to go in, okay, I did fertilize this. Why is it not showing as fertilized then? Oh, because I'm doing the wrong... Okay. I'm an idiot. I'm doing the wrong field. So... We're gonna go... Oh, why did I think I bought field 35? Alright, we don't have to do this step. I'm a moron. Anyway, back to what I was saying about the sonar. You download the app, you sign up for early access, then you go ahead and you click on the tab for... it's engine, I think it's called. Actually, give me 2 seconds. I'll look it up right now. It's not going to pop up on the screen, but I'll do it here with the just in the background here. It's called. Let's see here. Oh, I don't have internet, so it's not going to work. Duh. I believe you just click on home, and there's an option there for downloading and installing apps that work with the SteelSeries application. Do a quick thing for Sonar. It's going to ask you again if you want to sign up for early access. You just say yes, and then you go from there. So, besides the basic stuff that it does, like mixing and stuff like that, you can set your volume threshold, you can set your record level, so I have it set right now to -1 decibel, and I'll change that because that's basically how I do my videos. Is I tend to record everything at 0 or everything at max volume, and then I use Adobe Audition to then normalize at a is this gonna work? Yeah, it is, but we're going to have to flip it this way. Ah, crap. I'm going to have to flip it that way. Then I use Adobe Audition to normalize it at what I want it to be normalized at. So I'll normalize it at -6 decibels, I find works the best for my voice. And then I usually just do a hard volume change on the background noise to -18. So everything for the background, so like the ambient noise and that in the game, I usually set that to -18, and that works fine. This game hasn't been that big of an issue because there's nothing really you can get demonetized for because there's no real music unless you turn the radio station on. But with Warhammer 40k, Every second video is flagged. Actually, one or two of them you're going to notice have weird music going over them. That's just, it was the only way I could get it to not want to demonetize me. And, well, I said before, I'm not really doing this for money. I really would, if it does take off, I'd like to not be demonetized. So, anyway, back to this. So we're going to do this. We're going to do two headland at the top, a headland at the bottom here, and then go up and down. Not going to do a music montage. Then we're going to talk about yields, and we're going to plant some wheat. So, long and the short of it is, you shouldn't hear my stuffy nose with the bunk heater. I don't have to run it here today in Jersey. Though, people were out golfing in Pennsylvania, and people had their motorcycles out. It's 60 degrees here today. It's freaking crazy. And back home, where I live, which is in Nova Scotia, Canada, they're calling for a snowstorm on Monday. So, like, you can't win. It's crazy, but we can get snow right through until April. So, I've seen me get delayed trying to come home on like April 7th because of a blizzard and not be able to get back onto my island because I live on a small island off in Nova Scotia called Cape Breton, and they'll close the causeway. So what'll end up happening is you can't get across. They'll close it to high sides, so basically tractor trailers and buses, and you're stuck waiting. If you plan it right, you can stay at a truck stop. There is a tiny little one just before the bridge, but you might be able to fit 10 trucks in on a good day. So you have to basically plan your day around that. Let's see. But yeah, people are out on the golf course. It's like, I wish I could be out on the golf course. But instead I'm in a truck, delivering freight to the good people of Pennsylvania. And the place that we deliver to is a pain. Anyway, that's about all the information you're going to get. I'm not going to talk about what I haul or anything like that, because that's a no-no. But I will talk about places that I go, like states I've been. I've been as far south as Florida. I've been as far west as Iowa. Let's see here. In the U.S. In Canada, I've been as far west as Ontario, because most companies on the East Coast don't really go past there. So, and then I've been as far north as northern Ontario, up near New Liskeard and places like that. That was Sudbury, in the winter at minus 53 degrees Celsius. You can't even fathom that cold. Out there trying to tarp a load, minus 53 degrees, 13 feet in the air. Yep, that's why I gave up flat decking. I noticed a couple of rocks here that I missed. Let's see. Yeah, there's the rocks. I downloaded a couple of factory mods. I don't know where I want to go with the mods on this. I really don't. I have quite a few. I have so many I can't list them. My mod folder is kind of crazy. Actually, speaking of mod folder, this just got an update, and I haven't had a chance to check to see what it got. Headland distance, show lines. Okay. Okay, this is different. A in a direction. So that's what you're going to want to use when you have a piece of machinery like a... Yeah. Okay, that's not going to work for what I want to do. Okay, so that's what you're going to use when you want to use something like a plow. Desire cardinal. 0 degrees. Okay, so that just does the heading. Alright, I still think the way that I've been doing it's going to be the best. Set A. Okay, why is that giving me an offset though? Oh, because it's being angry. Okay. I listened to so much music today just to keep myself awake. I had to leave at 5 o'clock in the morning Atlantic time, so 4 o'clock in the morning Eastern time to make my drop in Pennsylvania. I had to shut down in Connecticut. So I've been listening to a ton of Frightened Rabbit and The Slow Show. The Slow Show is actually really good, but so is Frightened Rabbit. Unfortunately, the lead singer passed away, so there's not going to be any more content. Maybe a couple of re-releases of like unheard studio stuff. And he had a solo album called Owl John too that was really good. Although I didn't like that as much as I liked Frightened Rabbit with the whole band. Alright. And then we need to figure out what we're going to plant. I think wheat. I think I'm going to go with wheat. I think wheat's going to be the best thing to plant because it's going to be high yield. There's also a patch coming. It may very well be out by the time this is airs because the download content for the Season 1 pass is supposed to be out in March. People without the Season Pass are going to get some free content. There's going to be some free content in the patch, which rightfully so because the game was a broken mess when it was released. There should be some free stuff. I'm going to wait. These guys have gotten my money for every release, for better or worse, but I think I'm going to wait, because depending on what comes out for Season 1, I may just pick and choose what I want, and leave the rest of it there, so there may not even be a need of having the Season Pass. I notice a lot of times I tend not to play on the downloaded maps on PC, or the add-on maps on PC, because the content by modders is way better. Bye, antique car. Sorry, European car. European. I'd like to get 2 of these videos recorded today. I have a suspicion next week's going to fall apart, so I'd like to have a bunch of content queued up, ready to go. Preferably already upload it, and then all I have to do is just let it manually drop, basically. I think I'm going to shy away from setting up premieres because it confuses a lot of people. They're like, oh, well, how come you have a premiere set up for a video that's coming out weeks in advance? And it's like, well, because I never know when I'm going to be home to upload, so I like to have a bunch of stuff queued up. I have to decide too if I want to activate the mod that allows you to create lime from the stones. Stones don't really sell for a lot, so it might be worth it. Let's see here. Where are the stones at? Yeah, in October they're worth the most, and in November they're worth the least. Might just be better off creating lime out of them. I don't think I have a sell point for lime, so that doesn't really matter anyway. But I can use the lime. Alright. Oh, I missed a spot, I think. If it doesn't show up on the map, I'm not even going to bother. No, it's going to show up, so I'll fix that. And we have... So it looks like this will hold about 2,000 liters of rock. Why they use liters and not pounds or even kilograms for us metric people. Although I tend to work better in pounds because in the US everything is pounds down here. So you give me kilograms and I'm just like, well, it's roughly pounds kilograms roughly double. Or pounds, I can't remember how it goes. It's like 2.2 pounds in a kilogram or something like that, so. Yeah, there's a spot we missed. Same with mileage. Mileage makes sense. 1 mile is roughly 1 minute. 1 kilometer is not roughly 1 minute. Roughly 2 kilometers is 1 minute. Actually, 1.6 kilometers. Let's see here. We got half the field, a little less than half the field left to do. Yeah. So it's wheat. I'm gonna do. And when I'm done with this, there's something else I want to check. I don't know what we can plant. All of our corn will be ready tomorrow, in-game tomorrow. So we need to check what we can plant after we haul the corn out of there. Well, after we have to work on the fields too, because you have to plow after corn. So, going to be quite a bit of field work that needs to be done. See how this works. Excuse me, damn young. So it's just teeth. Looks like the rocks get pinned between the teeth. And then they get flicked off with more teeth inside. Now you can push them in with a roller. I think it's a roller or a cultivator, one of them. Or a I can't remember. It might be a subsoiler. No, disc harrow, sorry. One of them won't give you stones, but you'll get weeds. So you might be better off cultivating, because it gets rid of the weeds and saves you a step. I already have fertilizer. I already have a herbicide anyway. I can get the herbicide tank. I have a storage tank now for that. One of them is absolutely huge. It's like it'll hold 1,000,000 liters, which is ridiculous. Online, it wouldn't be too bad, especially if you have factories set up to create herbicide. I don't know of any yet. I'm sure they'll come. Now I'm wondering too if we're going to see a change to how seasons work. It's getting a lot of complaints because you can't actually turn it off. People don't like how, which I don't understand why, because you can just sleep now whenever. But people don't like the fact that each growth cycle is tied to a day. So even if you turn seasons off, if it's like you plant in October and you can't harvest until July, you have to sleep to skip ahead until July. So that's getting a lot of hate. I think I missed rocks up there. I like that personally because with previous versions of Farm Simulator, you couldn't sleep when you wanted to. It had to be nighttime, which I believe had to be past 8 o'clock, and crops only had 3 growth stages, and it's just all what you're used to, right? Did I miss rocks here? I could have swore I missed rocks. Maybe I was imagining it. I didn't get a chance to. Sometimes I take a nap in the bunk on Friday, but I didn't get a chance to. Traffic was crazy through PA. Lots of construction. I don't know, you guys. There must have been a lot of storm damage down here. We got creamed by ice, but all told, it wasn't what it could have been. Yeah, I'm showing I'm missing stuff. But how? I must be lifting the collector too soon. Yeah, I am. I'll fix that. Did I get it all? One more. Sometimes I think it is a glitch that it shows you on the map that you're missing, but you're not actually missing anything. I might have checked this already, but I want to see if... I like this silo, but it's not realistic. And I have a suspicion you can dump this in here. Yeah, you can. Ah, screw it. I was gonna create a pile, but... I think that stuff will come. Alright, so we have... No, we don't. Let's fix this. 38 and 40. Where are you? Right here. I'm gonna drop this here because I think the machine I've picked up to plant with has a front attachment and a back attachment? We're going to find out. Alright. Keep it on the rails. I love these little McCormick tractors. Not bad for a Canadian outfit. Actually, I'm not sure if they're 100% Canadian. They may have been Canadian and have since been bought out. Alright. Damn this frame rate. Okay, that's the planter. We don't want to do a planter. Yeah, so we're going to do wheat. I'm about 90% sure we're going to do wheat. Yeah. So how many fields do I have that I can work with? I have 2. 37, 27, 16, and 5 won't be ready until tomorrow. Alright. Let's get this back to the farm. We're not too far away, so we won't bother doing, excuse me, a cutout. We won't bother doing that. I put the frame rate up at the top. Go away. I forgot I had that enabled in the, I turned the, console off. I had people accusing me of using it for cheating. I wasn't. I did use it to give myself some money when we had the issue with the Fontaine trailer, which I haven't checked to see if there's an update for that yet. Okay. That's opened up. We're gonna go... Some of these have a very particular fill order. Apparently this one doesn't. Ah, that's how this is going to work. Okay. So there's 2 hoppers inside, and the big one's for fertilizer, and the little one's for whatever. And I goofed. I did an extra fertilizing step, and I didn't have to, because I forgot that this did fertilizing. So yeah, I wasted money. Okay. So, what we're going to do before we go any further, close that, turn this off, we're going to talk about yield. So right now, I'm fertilized 100%, so that means I have 2 layers of fertilizer down. Technically, I only need it 1, because this machine would have fertilized for us, but I done goofed. So we have 100% fertilizing. There's no stones. There's no weeds. So if we go to... Apparently it's not in there. That's contracts. So, farming basics. So we have plowed. So we have the plow bonus. So if it says here, plowing is needed after you've harvested root crops like potatoes, corn, and sugar beets. Plows can also create fields, allowing you to extend a field, combine multiple fields, or create entirely new ones. Using a plow will prevent weeds from growing and increase the yield for the next harvest. Stones will turn up in the field. You can also use a spader or subsoiler. These will prevent weeds from growing and increasing the yield for the next harvest. Subsoilers move much faster and have a lower tractor power requirements, but they can't create fields and will dig up even bigger stones. So, you're going to get the bonus from plowing, which is 15%, I believe. So, we've got 15% for lime. We've got 100% for fertilizing. There's no weeds, so we're not taking a weeding penalty. We've got, it's 2.5, I believe, for this. It'll be 2.5 for rolling and another 2.5 for mulching, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. Don't quote me on a lot of this, though, because it's been a hot minute since I actually had to calculate yield. So we're going to get in the... I was going to say we're going to get in the cedar. Yeah, we're going to get inside the cedar. Yeah, right inside the cedar. So we're going to spread, sow our seeds, sow our oats, whatever you want to. And turn on this. I want to be a little bit straight when I start this. Well, we're going to do our first strip here, and as you can see, it's changing. The, whatever you want to call it here, tile set, graphic. Okay, and now if we jump out, and we go to here, you will see that our yield bonus is 96%. And you can see down at the bottom it says the next thing that it needs is rolling. So our next thing that we're going to do here is roll, and I'll show you what that's going to do in a minute when we're done with the planting. So I'll keep you on the hook for this, and we'll talk about what we're going to get for yield. Now, you can put bees. There is beehives. It's broken right now. It's not calculating the yield. According to the Farmpedia or Farming University or whatever you want to call it, it is a 2%. You're not getting the 2%. Because with everything, including the bees on specific fields, specific crops, you should be getting 102% yield, and you're not. So, bees currently are broken right now. Not the bees. Alright. Because I gotta go back to the shop and pick up the roller, and then I'll show you what they mean by rolling. You get the bonus after you plant. So don't roll beforehand, because if you roll beforehand, it does nothing. Absolutely, positively nothing. You're wasting your time. It will create a seed bed, and the status will change on the map screen, but you won't get your yield bonus. I'm hitting that tree with this, aren't I? Yes. You... Today was the outdoor show down here in Pennsylvania. I would have killed to have had some time to go see it, but I would assume that somewhere down there at the exhibition ground or wherever it's at, there is truck parking. So, yeah, I want to do one more pass. There, you can see the field difference now. With the light on the tractor. And we back up. Oh, crap. Jackknifed it. Yeah, we're wasting fertilizer here, but... oh well. Nothing I can do now. I can't... I could cheat the field back to another state, but either way, I've already spent the money. So, it's not really going to do anything. I know a lot of people say they prefer the big fields with the big equipment, but there's something to be said about doing this with, like, the medium size. Like, I know on the east coast of Canada, where I'm from, this tends to be the size of equipment here. I don't know why it's like that. It just seems to be that way. I don't know if it's a cost thing. I don't know if it's a just all they stock around here. I don't know. But look at that. Leaving the little ridges. I could put my ridge markers out, but there's a ridge marker. I'll show you what that means in a minute. Technically, that is the center. So, if you were to start after this is done here. Oh, let's lift that up. Technically, that's where you have to have the nose of your tractor to do the next pass. See how it lines up with the white line here for the GPS mod? I think they have fixed it. There was a glitch before where when you used the rower, or whatever you want to call it here, it would dig up stones. See, it changes the fertilizer state, as you can see. So now if I go here, because I've had... yeah. But it's fine, because it already has two... I already have two fertilizing layers down anyway. Now it looks goofy. There's like one line of unfertilized crop. Okay, so I was going to keep you along for the ride, but this is going to take a little bit more time than I thought by the time I do both of these fields. So I'm going to meet you back here when it's done, and we'll do the rolling portion. And we're back. So, I have both of these done, and while I was off camera, I went and grabbed the roller. So this field, we have 98%, and it needs rolling. So I think the difference between the two fields, because this is 95, is the mulching. Because this one, there was nothing to mulch because it was potato. So, yeah, that basically is what happened there. So remember that, like, if you want 100%, you have to... What in the world? You have to plan ahead. So, now, if we roll over here, and we're going to drop this, there should be nothing we have to turn on. Oh, I forgot it takes a bit... Now, if you look, it changes again. So, if we look here, the, let's end our home. Now, if we look, you'll have what's called a seed bed. So, if I go into here, no, it changes it back to mulched. Okay. So it goes from needs rolling back to mulch. That's interesting. I thought it would change to a seed bed. Okay. So we're gonna do one more pass. Let's lift this up. Gotta be really careful because this is wide, so it's able to hook that tree. I keep forgetting this is slow to drop. And now that we have two passes here, I'm going to go down and do the bottom part too, but just to show you. Pop that up. Now I should be... Get it there. 100%. So now I'm getting a yield bonus of 100% on top of the base yield. Oh, I apologize. Oh, my leg is bothering me today, so I keep having to rechange positions. Thank God I don't drive a manual truck anymore. Yeah, so on top of the base yield for fertilizer. Yeah, we planted fertilizer. Oh, is it time for bed yet? Instead of the base yield of whatever this field would be, let's say 13,000 liters, you'll get 26,000 liters, based on all the work we've done. So not bad. It is worth doing the field work. I had a video in the works, so I was going to show you the ins and outs of how it works, but it just works. There's a lot of people out there that says it doesn't, like just fertilize and that's it. The rest of the yield bonuses don't matter, but it does. Especially if you're playing in modes like hard, where it's where you get a very small yield to begin with. So if you can double that, then that's what you want to do. I might as well just do up and down now. Perfect. Now, funny enough, I've never seen a roller. I've seen a roller, but not for this kind of stuff. The instances where I've seen them, it was used in like meadows and grass fields. People aggravate me though. We want realism. So Giant's like, okay, hold my beer. Here's all the realism that we safely feel confident giving you. It's too real. We want it to be more arcade-like. This is why I drink. Oh, crap. Sorry, I was texting my wife. Work has been crazy for the two of us lately. Usually we text periodically through the day, and me a little bit more so now that I figured out how to get the voice to text to work. Now that I'm getting rid of this iPhone and going back to an Android phone, I figured out how to get the voice to text to work. Well, alright, better late than never. So it'll be my once and only foray into an Apple product. Glad I got something like that, something like the iPhone instead of a laptop or something like that. So, my brother likes his iPad or his Apple laptop and his iPads. I can't figure that. I don't like them. It's the whole proprietary thing. Like, I want to be able to just drag files on and off it. Like, if I download something on the internet on my phone because my phone has data, I just want to plug it into my computer, drag the file off the phone, and use it without having to download a completely different program to bridge the gap. It's like, oh, you can do that if you have a Macintosh computer. I don't want to go out and buy a Macintosh computer. I have a Windows computer. I do everything I need to do on a Windows computer. It has never let me down. Oh, you do video editing on a Windows computer? Yes, it's fantastic. It works flawlessly. Okay. Oh, these aren't smooth. Oh, I understand now. So it pushes the seeds in a little deeper. Ah, I just thought it kind of smoothed out the top of it, but they actually have, it looks like little teeth. Yeah, that's exactly what it has. Looks like little teeth, and they match up with the rows from the planter. Excuse me. I didn't even try to stifle that. That lines up perfectly with the rows with the planter. Now, for the up and down, it does for us, and then that pushes the seeds back in. Ah, interesting. Alright, one more pass. And then we'll be at 100%. And then I think the other field's going to leave us at 99. I think is how this is going to work. Alright, so now this field will be at 100%, and it's showing mulched. And it's showing growing. Man, this place must have really filled up. There was lots of parking when I got here before. And now everybody's parking in the paid parking spots. I don't know what's on the go. Okay, let's fold this up. Go over into the other fields. Scratch my ear. Oh, crap. I pressed the Windows button. I'm a lumberjack, and that's okay. I'm hoping they fix trees, speaking of lumberjack, in the next update. Trees are still broken. The physics on the tree is broken. Basically, you get a giant wooden blob that you can't do anything with, and it's annoying as hell. Apparently, if you cut down actual trees that are meant to be cut down, so not like those ones there that you see along the edge of my farm, but the ones that are actually in the forest, apparently those don't glitch out. I'm gonna hit that tree, right? Yeah, I am. Lift you. Go this way. I think I'd like to get some animals too. When I get some wheat, maybe chickens. I just realized this trailer has air brakes. Which makes sense, because the pulling implements, it's a whole lot easier to use air brakes than it is fluid. Not gonna, excuse me, I'm not gonna bother doing the GPS. I just want to pan this out, and then we'll see where we're at. I also think this is the biggest roller we can get. I don't think there's one that's bigger than this. I downloaded a couple of mods that have rollers. Nope, that's it really. That one does 8.2. Oh no, this one does 24. I can get... Is this the one I have? Oh, this fails. Go to rollers. Yeah, I can get one stage up if I wanted to. Doesn't really seem worth it right now. I also need a way... I need a bigger tractor. Like a heavier duty tractor to haul that. This little old McCormick's not going to do it. I'm missing a whole swath there. Looks like there's gonna... I'll have to do an extra pass up each side anyway. Because if you look, there's gonna be sections on the map where I didn't get because of the thing making its turns. The tractor. Almost there. And then that'll do it, probably for this video. And then we'll start fresh with some corn harvesting. Yeah. Who doesn't like some corn? Alright, so we're going to do a quick pass up here to get... Am I missing any up there? Yeah. Any that I'm missing here. There. Alright, so now, while that's folding, if you look here, 98%. So that's because we didn't have anything to mulch. So even though, I'd have to go back and look at the video, it could be, but even though the mulcher worked, and it gave a animation that it was mulching, I think that's how it worked here. It didn't count. Oh, I noticed they updated field info. So now it shows you the actual acreage of the field. So if you look here, it says field acres is 2.28 acres. And the land area, which is the actual whole the whole area, so like anything that's not a field, is 3.36. Alright, so let's go ahead and shove this back in a hole. And that's going to do it for me for today. Looks like we are in good shape. We've got some wheat planted. So we'll have some of that ready in a couple of months. Actually, we can check here in a minute and see. So back here. We will be able to harvest the wheat in July. So, about almost a year from now. 11 months-ish. So actually it'll be October, or August rather, because we planted in October. So yeah, so we'll be able to pick this in August, and we'll be able to see what kind of a harvest we're gonna get. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me. As always, if you liked the video, go ahead and click on the like button. It does help. If you want to see more super amazing content where I yawn through most of it because I'm absolutely positively exhausted, go ahead and click that subscribe button up at the top, and don't forget to click on the little bell, and that way you'll get updates whenever... I'm stuck on the board. You'll get updates whenever I've uploaded a new video. So as always, have a good rest of your day, and stay safe out there.